Olga Karani is joining me. She is an ODM official, was Raila Odinga's agent in the last presidential election, ODM deputy treasurer, and the MP for Tiaty, William Kamket, is still here with me. Your reaction to Hassan Omar jumping from your NASA side to Jubilee?
Nah, Larry, maybe before I react to politics, let me tell my brother from Tiaty Pole for what has happened. And tell the people of Tiaty Pole, you know, Tiaty gave Raila about 13,000 votes. And actually, they gave Jubilee up 10,000. So he got most of our votes. So we feel with the people of Tiaty. And we want to encourage the people of Tiaty that very soon Raila is becoming president and he will sort out this problem. I feel so sad for you, my brother, that people are dying in Tiaty. And I have had Uhuru, whom you people call president, has been mourning for the people of Gikomba for markets that people have been banned. Nobody has talked about the people of Tiaty, human beings who have died. I hope by coming in you'll make a difference.
You still did not react to Hassan Omar defecting to Jubilee.
Yes, let me now talk about Hassan.
Ogla.
I was thinking about people.
Yes.
You know, I debated with Hassan many times in KTN, and truly you've given the image of what Hassan is. I think it was, I don't know which president of America, Abraham Lincoln, who said you can cheat some people some of the times, but you cannot fool all the people all the time.
Right.
All that we are seeing is the politics of personal interest. People are fooling themselves. Hassan did a shoddy job in the human rights that convicted, especially about the Rift Valley during 2007 elections. So I don't expect him to do anything better. He's just gone to take care of his stomach. But maybe I should just say, whatever Hassan is talking about, first of all, there is no case he's going to win against our governor, Governor Hassan Joe. But should he, I doubt they can do anything. But should they do the things that they are known to be doing as Jubilee? Even if we do elections 20 times, Governor Hassan Joe will always win. So it's okay.
You're a Kanu MP, but Kanu is affiliated to Jubilee. So Hassan has come over to your side, Hassan Omar.
Well, thank you. First of all, I think Hassan Omar is, all along, has been an activist. But his defection today is graduation into politics. He has made a transition from activism to real politics. And I think it's fair game that my friend here in the studio is talking about an impossibility in the tribal arithmetic that Honorable Raila Odinga is going to be president is no longer possible, either by whatever means. Because he's losing, the rate at which he's losing is generals. You know, when you're losing generals every day, the generals are defecting in droves.
So it is impossible for Raila Odinga to become president? How
can he? Because the tribal arithmetic in the Republic of Kenya does not favor him in this election. It did not favor him in the August 8th election. It is even worse going to this election of 26th. So actually 26th of October is his retirement day.
Ogla.
After a long time in politics.
He says it's mathematically impossible for Raila Odinga to become president.
He is saying it is mathematically impossible, yet they are running all over campaigning. And we are comfortable because we have the votes. In fact, our votes have increased from what we had. How
have your votes increased exactly?
They have increased because people, you know, Kenyans don't love lies like people want to say. But more than anything, if truly, you know that Raila will not win again, can you start by telling your wife at IBC to step down? Because she's the cause of rigging our elections. If she steps down with all her friends, then we will show you how we will win. In fact, for the sake of your own children, she should be the first person to step down. We have seen her working with wrong people for so long and stealing our elections from 2007. If you are very sure as a man, tell her today to step down and go home and keep her home. Then now, you will see how we will win our elections.
For full disclosure, your wife, Immaculate Kassait, works at the IBC.
Yes.
Your response to what Ogla is saying?
You know, we have a situation that is very interesting here. That after losing the election, the gentleman in the name of Raila just believes that some staff at IBC must have done something.
Those staff include your wife. NASA wants several IBC officials to go on, including your wife.
Listen what I'm saying. You see, we're dealing with a gentleman who should have retired like yesterday. So they're talking about reforms now. What is reform according to them? Those irreducible minimums they're talking about. What are they? That some staff have to go, then they lose the election. The end result is whatever it is, whatever they do, the gentleman is retiring on 26th. It's going to be a very famous retirement. And in fact, the sooner they realize that, the better. I know, but from his training in the communist policy is how to disorganize organized institutions. That is what he knows best. But I want to tell him and challenge my colleague here that reform is about the law. Reform is about structures, not about individuals. That's not reform. Targeting innocent Kenyans who are earning their bread and who are serving this country. That's not reform. So
you support the Jubilee amendments to the electoral laws?
I can't wait to vote. I'm waiting for the laws to come to Parliament. We'll vote and pass the law.
That also seeks to reform the electoral process. Why do you support the electoral laws but not NASA's irreducible minimums?
What are they? What are they? Apart from saying the irreducible minimums, apart from saying that Chiloba and Chebukati must resign and so what, and
your wife,
and some few staff must resign. That is all they're talking about. On the other side, there is very comprehensive review of the laws that we think might have impeded a fair election. That's okay, and we're saying fine. If the problem was the transmission, let's deal with transmission. If the problem was this, let's deal with this. If the problem is this, but what are they saying? What are these irreducible minimums? Nothing. They're just postponing. They're just trying to postpone something that is inevitable.
My brother, are you joining politics with the attitude that so long as my boss has read for me, I have nothing to add? Our irreducible minimums are quite comprehensive. In fact, the case of your wife and Chiloba and Mohati, whom we have sufficient evidence that they have rigged the elections, not just today. For your wife, she started long ago. Kina Chiloba started in 2013. We have asked for the voter cards, the ballot papers, to be printed by other companies. We've asked for them to be standardized. I was at Bomas. We had single chip paper. We had spreadsheet. We've asked for the results to be announced at the constituency level. You know, even in Tiaty, because of course of the same work of your wife, they did not announce Raila's votes at the constituency level, despite the fact that you got 13,000 and Uhuru got 10. They announced them at the county in Baringo. We are saying this time, we want Larry Madowo and the media to be there. We want all agents to be there and let them be announced.
Let me cut her short a bit.
No, but I did not cut you short.
There is something.
Let her finish.
No,
let her finish.
There's something that
let her finish.
I did not cut you short. Our irreducible minimums are quite comprehensive. We have asked for IBC chairman who has 15 years experience in law, as per the Constitution of Kenya, to announce the results of Form 34B after they have been transmitted, not text, but the image, as the Constitution says. And we said, let all of them be tallied with all the agents. You know this time in Bomas, Larry? I was there the first day on 7th. Elections were on 8th. And we went for briefing. They showed us 7 tables. They told us agents will sit here and verify all the results that will come before they are announced. We were waiting for an opportunity to be told to verify. The thing that we saw was results being shown on the screen before they were announced.
If you have problems as NASA with the electoral process, why don't you seek to change the laws like Jubilee is doing?
Why do we have to change laws that are okay? For example, they want to change the law that the chairman of the IBC Commission can be anyone that is not a lawyer. Larry, I was privileged by my party to be appointed to be among the selection panelists. Let me tell you, first of all, we could have hired many other competent Kenyans if that constitution did not say that we needed to have hired lawyers. Number two, in case you did not know, maybe you were yet to campaigning in Tiaty, we actually gave 11 names. Uhuru picked from down, going upward, instead of picking from up. So nothing is going to be changed. Those that you thought were weak now are Kenyans that have proved themselves. There is no law that will be changed, and we'll go to court to say there is no law that will be changed.
Let me tell my friend here how the Honorable Odinga, her party leader, is not going to win the presidency. Very simple. The 13,000 that she's talking about is actually 12,000. The 12,000 that he got in Tiaty, this time he's going to get 0. So that's how he's going to. That's how he's not going to win. It's very simple. Whatever, and their litigation. Litigation is a strategy to win election. That is a strategy they have adopted. Has come to an end, right? And retirement is coming fast and furious. On the 26th, that will be the retirement day. Whether they like it or not, whoever, if they want to appoint Ida Odinga to be the returning officer, they can do it, right? If she wants to be the returning officer, she can be, but the retirement date is the 26th. Mark my words.
Retirement date for Uhuru Kenyatta and your company is on the 26th. In fact, as we speak, the heavens of Raila have opened. We are already in State House. As we arrived in Canada long time, we are just waiting to go and sit there. So you can speak retirement back to yourself, not to us. And who said when we made Kibaki president, he was at the age of Raila and he was even in a wheelchair. But the Kenyans accepted.
Larry,
so
let me
please
tell you.
don't despise age, because age is coming even for you.
The problem,
yes, sir.
The problem with these
conclusion.
people, in conclusion, the problem with some of these people like Mzee Raila, instead of calling himself Babu, he's calling himself Baba. Actually, it's Babu, great-grandfather.
How is that an argument against Raila's suitability for president?
What I'm saying is, there is time for everything. He is past his tell-by date in terms of politics. And the sooner he realizes there are very many Kenyans, the majority of the population of Kenya now is the youthful generation, so your age group. And the sooner they realize that, the better. So there is an explosive youth population in this country. There is an explosive youth population in this country. And this youth population do not want to be led by octogenarians anymore. They want to be led by youthful leaders.
So your argument, your ageism argument against Raila Odinga is not based on principle or his policies. It's based purely on his age. It is
when you refuse to let go, and when the writing is on the wall, and when you lose an election, and every time you lose an election, you want to destroy institutions, independent institutions. IEBC is as independent as the judiciary.
Okay, that's a common accusation from Jubilee, that NASA is always trying to destroy institutions if they don't go in their favor.
The amendment, the constitutional amendments that they have made are more destructive. They are even asking for the chairman to be sacked. They are even asking for the quorum to be reduced to 3 or 2. Actually, they are saying 3 now or 2. They are destroying institutions faster. And for your information,
let them come to parliament.
It is coming. You know, when we are talking
let them come to parliament. Let them come to parliament. Let the NASA MPs come to parliament, convince us. Let them come to parliament and convince us that, amendments can be made on the floor. Okay. But instead of coming to parliament, they are just busy throwing stones. They should come to parliament. They should come to parliament. That's what they are doing the other day in Kisumu, in Nairobi. They are busy throwing stones. They are busy making all manner of noises. Let them come to the floor of parliament and debate. Let them come. They may convince us, right? If they have serious ideas about these laws, let them come to parliament.
Why won't NASA challenge the laws in parliament, like he says?
We have said we are not going to parliament for now. We are waiting to go to State House first. Our president will be sworn in, then we'll go to parliament.
All right.
So, but I need you to know that age is not... please, learn to listen to
her finish.
People.
No, you see,
let her finish, Honorable Kamket. Let her finish.
No, you see...
Honorable Kamket, let the lady finish.
One moment, one second.
You let her finish, then you can make your point, sir. Let her finish, Honorable Olga.
Do not despise Raila because of his age. For the last 5 years, when Jubilee was looting government, you were not yet there. I hope you are not joining them to loot. He was busy keeping this country on check.
Okay.
So do not despise his age.
All
and
right.
age is only determined by God.
All right.
Raila will be president and has become.
You know...
In 10 seconds, they're playing the music, I have to go.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is this. Whatever it is that they are going to do, the end is nigh.
Okay. That's a great place to end it. Olga Karani, Honorable William Kamket, thank you both for coming in.